Look at all this crap this thing holds. Today I'm going to show you how to install our adventure carrier on the Jeep JK Wrangler. Let's get started.
Start by installing the latch mount with the provided button head bolts onto the bumper. Before installing the spindle, you may need to clean the spindle sleeve. You want to make sure that it's a slip fit. Using a 1 1/8 wrench, tighten the lower bolt. Install the stainless steel plunger track onto the passenger side. Whoa, it's okay, men over 40, you can unclench. We're just going to pack these bearings with some grease. Working the bearing around in your hand, knead the grease into each of the bearings. Apply a little bit of grease on the inside of the oil seal as well as the top cap O-ring. Prop the carrier so you can install the lower bearing. Place the lower bearing taper side down into the carrier. Using a large socket or punch, knock in the lower oil seal. Make sure you hammer in carefully and most importantly straight. With the lower bearing installed, slide the carrier onto the spindle. Place the top bearing taper down over the spindle and into the hub. Install the large washer and the top spindle nut using a 1 1/2 inch socket and snug it up. Install the O-ring onto the top cap and use the provided wrench to snug the cap on. With the carrier on the Jeep, install the plunger into the threaded mount next to the hub assembly. Install the latch with a 3/8 inch socket using the self-tapping bolts. Using a 13mm wrench, you can adjust the latch to its desired tension. With the carrier closed, measure to determine the tire mounting height. Install the inner tire mount in the desired location. If installing rotopacks, first install the JCR mount and then loosely install the pack mounts. Test fit the containers and make any final adjustments before tightening everything up. If installing the optional high lift mount, place the mount onto the carrier and loosely install the 4 3/8 inch button head bolts. Next, install the 7/16 inch bolts that will hold the high lift jack. Using a socket and a hammer, tap on the retaining clips. Install the jack onto the bolts and tighten the wing nuts. And you thought a broom only worked for cleaning the floors and chasing away stray dogs? Well, here's another use. Use it to help measure the backspacing of your tire and wheel. Next, loosely install the 3 carriage bolts into the outer tire mount. Set your length and tighten the top bolt first. Next, tighten the side bolts. Now's the time to go back and make sure everything has been tightened.
Alright, so that wraps up the installation of this adventure carrier. It has everything you need for your expedition, unless your expedition is orbiting the sun, maybe you want to cross an ocean, or maybe you're going to summit Mount Everest, then you're probably going to need more stuff. But stay tuned because Mike's working on a rack that'll bolt on and allow you to carry extra stuff, and if you're lucky, maybe you can go back in time in the Wild West and save Doc Brown. Back to the future. Woo! This thing offers everything you need for your adventure, unless it's orbiting the sun, summiting Mount Everest, or driving across the ocean. Is that what it is? Okay.